Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
listening to The Rod Eccles Show.
According to Mr. Sanders, the senator from Vermont, he said it was time for candidates to do more than just talk about income equality in general terms. How about getting the government out of the way so people can do for themselves without the government do. Look, I love these memes that go around. Again, something new in 10 years later, 2015. There weren't many memes running around in 2005, as I recall. They definitely were not viral by any means, but this whole notion of income equality is nothing more than an excuse to try to do something called income and wealth redistribution. Is you got these memes that keep going around talking, people are only making, $36 a month on welfare. And I thought, I saw one today that said $36 a month. I'm like, you know what? I am so sick and tired of these misleading and lying, just flat out lying memes. And I responded to the meme saying, oh, wait a minute. Didn't Gwyneth Paltrow say that it was only $29? Which is it? Is it 29 or is it 36? Well, we know that both numbers are bogus. But yet and still, these people still do that. They still put these lies out there. And there are a number of people out there who believe it. Oh, my goodness, it's so terrible. How can you eat on $35 or $36? Well, you know what? There are people that do that. They buy hundreds of dollars worth of groceries. They're called, extreme couponers. If you don't have any money, how about you do that? If you don't have any money or a job, maybe your job should be looking for a job, and maybe part of your job should be, acquiring the things that you need legally by paying and spending as little out of your own pocket as possible. Do something. Just don't sit there and wait for a government check. You got to make things happen on your own, or you're never going to get out of the situation that you're in. But this is where Mr. Sanders and people of his ilk want us all. They want to determine how much money is okay for you and I to earn. Because now you're going to start talking about class warfare. Oh, by the way, folks, so you can give me a call here at 603-835-3224. It's a toll-free number. But you have these people out there that want to determine how much you earn. And they want to tell you, hey, you know what? $75,000 a year. That's the limit. You make more than that, or if you make $100,000 a year, you're now rich, and you need to have a special tax on you. I mean, I think it's pretty amazing that we have such a system where a person who earns $75,000 a year can actually, because of our tax code, can actually bring home less, keep less than somebody who makes $50,000 a year. This is not a joke, folks. We have this graduated income tax and other taxes that get tossed onto income that a person, if you just earn, if you go from $74,995, then you're in one tax bracket, but you add $5 to that annual salary. And now you're in a different tax bracket, and you actually bring home less than the person who makes $75,000. You bring home less than the person who makes $74,995. And you don't make $5 less. You make hundreds of dollars less. So you're better off not taking that $5 a year raise. It's the truth. Look at the tax code. That's the way it's designed. It's designed that way on purpose, and because you have people like Mr. Sanders talking about income equality, and that the only way that you can level the playing field is by taking from somebody who's producing and earning and giving it to somebody who isn't. And now he wants to attack, other like Wall Street people That's all we hear from the left is Wall Street, Wall Street. Wall Street is evil. Wall Street is bad. Wall Street is mean. And then when Wall Street says, well, we don't have any money because, you've taken it all or we've lost it. Oh, then all of a sudden, because then they're greedy. They don't want to share. But you've taxed them to death. Well, you're not going to give. You're not giving enough. Really? Well, how much did you give? I always ask that of liberals when they start talking about, helping the poor and the downtrodden. How much have you given to causes that help the poor and the needy? And I'm rarely disappointed and shocked by the amount or by their answers. Well, it's a private matter. Oh yeah, nothing. So you're very generous with other people's money, just not your own. And if you look at a lot of liberals with financial means, a lot of them they're the same. Unless they are shamed into giving, they do not give on their own. Look at Vice President Biden. Until it was known that he was giving like less than 1% of his income, the man didn't budge from it. And then he became vice president. Biden only gives about 1% of his income every year. And then he upped it. He's probably, he's like, I got it now. In other words, as long as everything is a secret, you don't look like a hypocrite. But you really are a hypocrite. No way around it, plain and simple. If you don't give out of your own heart without being, shamed into doing it, you're a hypocrite. Plain and simple. I don't know how I don't know how else to say it, really. I don't want to say it any other way. I'm just going to tell you the truth. So he said, what we need to do is be very specific about what we're going to do about it, income equality. What we need to do is create millions of decent paying jobs by rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure. Well, Mr. Sanders, we've spent trillions of dollars doing that. It's called stimulus, son of stimulus, grandson of stimulus. We've spent all these shovel-ready jobs that turned out to be not shovel-ready after all. Oh, we were already, as much money as we spent on infrastructure already. We should have a pristine infrastructure system. At least half of it should be pristine. And from what I understand, none of it is pristine. And I know they're talking about, roads. Yeah, a road is going to, create a job? It might create a government job because, the government, they have to hire somebody to take care of the road, right? But wait, we already have a bunch of roads that the government doesn't take care of. So how is having another road going to increase the economy and create jobs? It's not. But hey, when you talk about the private sector, the construction job, it's going to create jobs. The pipeline, the Keystone Pipeline, it's infrastructure, right? Pay attention to this, folks, because this is how hypocritical and stupid the left is. Now, you got Bernie Sanders and his ilk out there on the left saying that we need to invest in infrastructure. In other words, government needs to spend the money. And investing in infrastructure will create jobs. And all the left out there is saying, yeah. We need to tax more, tax these people to get to pay their fair share so we can invest in infrastructure because it'll create millions and millions of jobs, right? Yeah, absolutely. And then you get the Keystone Pipeline, which is all privately funded. Oh, that ain't going to create any jobs. Oh, that's going to create 10 jobs. That's not going to... what? It's infrastructure. You're telling me that the government can spend money on infrastructure, spend more than a private company for the exact same thing, but the government is going to create thousands and thousands